But let's go across to Studio Blue, where Beth is with some candidates for the Women and Non-Binary Officer role.
Hello, I am joined with Daisy and Neha, and let's learn some more about the Women and Non-Binary Officer role.
Women and Non-Binary Officer. Women and non-binary officers have driven campus events and created change to benefit the lives of women and non-binary students. Through events, campaigns and lobbying, the women and non-binary officers represent self-defining women and non-binary people on campus.
Hello, and thank you for joining me. So I was reading through your manifesto prior to this interview, and one of the things that you referenced is having a cross-society network. Can you explain what that is? What does that mean, and what would it look like if you were to actually apply this?
Yeah, so basically, within our roles at the Women and Non-Binary network already, we've realised there's a lot of societies that do a lot of similar events and really want to collaborate with each other, but they don't really know how to get a hold of people from other societies to be able to collaborate. So really what the cross-society network will do is hopefully bring everyone together, that means so that they can actually talk to each other and collaborate with one another. It means we can pool resources, and also hopefully means that, you know, we can give the amount of support that they need to have, because they can actually access us directly as opposed to trying to find us through an email or something.
I guess there could be the criticism that it might be a little bit too dependent on the efforts of societies rather than yours as part-time officers. How would you sort of go against that sort of complaint?
I mean, we have quite a lot of interaction with societies already on campus, like Free the Flow and FemSoc. So really it would be kind of like our press and pub reaching out and asking if they wanted to join. So it wouldn't be like an assumption that they would just come and join us. It would be we want to do this so that we can help sort of support and promote events. And because there are, you know, societies on campus that do amazing things already, and basically we just want to give them that extra push that we can with like the resources that we have from the UC.
I mean, a key question often in the women and non-binary community is the issue of the inclusion of trans and BME students. How do you think that this could be pushed forward? Would this be a part of your agenda? Because it wasn't mentioned in your manifesto.
I think as a sort of network already, we really sort of push for the whole thing of it's for all women. We really, like, we're not trying to push people out at all. That would just be horrific. And for all non-binary students, if you identify as women or non-binary, we would love to have you. Like, we want to try and do as much for as many people as possible. And especially with like the advancement of like sexual and mental health accessibility on campus, as well as the work that we've done with student nights out, we really want to make sure that it's a safe like space for everyone to have fun.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I think on top of that as well, we've got a lot of roles within the network as well that actually includes, we have a trans convener role, we do have a BAME role, we have a faith network role. So I think in that sense, although it's not necessarily as public, it is always there. We really, really do push for everyone to come to the network.
Okay, another thing that you actually mentioned is the alumni events. Who would these be open to? Would these be departmental, or would it just be something that you as women and non-binary officers would potentially create?
So I think we'd love to have departmental ones. We had actually last year, as part of International Women's Week, we had a Women in STEM, women and non-binary people in STEM event, in which we had women who are in STEM who came and like had stalls, and it was kind of like a mixer, and you could go and talk to people because we really want to promote women in those subjects because, you know, it's a very men-dominated field. But we'd also have kind of like a mix of everybody. So like we'd really work with careers to have people sort of like for very informal events, because I think there's a lot of pressure sometimes with like the formality of careers events where, you know, it can be really sort of anxiety filled because you don't know these people. So we'd have sort of like, you know, just coffee and a chat.
Mixes.
And making sure that it's like with companies that are and businesses that are like women and non-binary led, because we really want to push for that kind of inclusion.
And so in the last couple tens of seconds, what if you could only push through one policy out of your manifesto that could definitely get accomplished, which policy would it be?
Oh, I think probably the society one.
Yeah, for sure.
The cross-society one. Yeah.
I think it's the one that has the biggest impact on everyone, because it's including ideas that from other societies that affect everybody, not necessarily just our ideas from the network. And also, it should affect everyone at the university.
Yeah, it would be for like all students.
Yeah.
Like
women and non-binary doesn't necessarily just affect women and non-binary students. There's a lot of work that we've done that does affect every student across campus.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you could sum up in just 10 seconds, 5 seconds, why should people vote for you?
We're fun, we're friendly, we're really dedicated, and we've done a lot of work already that we want to continue.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll be going on to the next interview.
Thank you, Beth. We are here with Ellie for the role of Community and Wellbeing Officer. But